Imagine finding out your partner liked someone else's photo online. You confront them about it, and within moments, your life and the life of your unborn child ends in tragedy. Maya Johnson's story isn't just heartbreaking. It's a chilling reminder of how a moment of jealousy can spiral into unimaginable violence. But was it truly an accident, as her boyfriend claims, or something far more sinister? This is the story of Maya Johnson, a 26-year-old mother of two, a driven entrepreneur, and a young woman who radiated life. She had moved from her Chicago roots to build a brighter future for her children in Tallahassee, Florida. Maya juggled the roles of a mother and business owner with a vibrant social presence. But behind the smiles and social media posts, there were cracks in her personal life. A seemingly trivial argument over social media spiraled into chaos, leading to her death. Her boyfriend, Jha'kari Martin-Sugrin, insists it was a tragic accident. But the evidence tells a conflicting story, one filled with inconsistencies that challenge his version of events. Did a moment of anger lead to a fatal mistake, or was there something more calculated behind her untimely death? The heart of this tragedy goes beyond the physical violence. It's about the unchecked signs of tension, jealousy, and potential abuse that culminated in the ultimate betrayal. Maya's story forces us to confront an unsettling reality: how quickly love can turn into control and jealousy into violence. The central question remains: was Maya's death a result of an accidental discharge or the deliberate end of a toxic relationship? Maya Johnson was adored by her family and friends. A dedicated mother to two young boys, she was determined to provide them with a life filled with love and stability. She channeled her creativity into a men's clothing business she had built from the ground up. Her entrepreneurial spirit and devotion to her family made her a role model to those who knew her. Social media showed a glimpse of Maya's personality, a confident, outgoing woman who enjoyed life's little pleasures. But beneath the surface, her relationship with 22-year-old Jha'kari Martin-Sugrin was far from perfect. Jha'kari was younger and reportedly less prepared for the challenges that came with their life together. Maya had made it clear she wasn't planning on having more children, but life had other plans. When she discovered she was pregnant, it sparked tension in the relationship, as Jha'kari reportedly wasn't happy with the news. Everything came to a head on October 22, 2024. Maya confronted Jha'kari after discovering he had liked another woman's photo on Instagram. For her, it wasn't just about the photo, it symbolized a lack of respect in an already strained relationship. Their argument escalated rapidly. According to Jha'kari, he tried to leave the room, grabbing his belongings, including a gun he inexplicably carried under his armpit. What happened next would shatter lives forever. Jha'kari claims the gun accidentally went off during the argument as Maya grabbed at him and threw objects in his direction. The bullet struck Maya, and despite being rushed to the hospital, she and her unborn child were pronounced dead. But Jha'kari's story quickly began to unravel. Detectives pieced together the events with careful scrutiny, and their findings raised red flags. The bullet trajectory didn't align with Jha'kari's account. If Maya had been standing where he claimed, her wounds would have been in a different location. Then there was the issue of the gun itself. Jha'kari claimed it discharged while wedged under his armpit, an unlikely place to carry a firearm during an argument. Forensics revealed no signs of the recoil or abrasion that would have occurred if the gun had fired from that position. Furthermore, the gun had been freshly chambered, suggesting a deliberate action to reload it after the shot was fired. And then there were the witnesses, Maya's two young sons, who were in the house during the incident. While their understanding of the event was limited, their words were clear and chilling. "Jha'kari shot mommy." These discrepancies painted a troubling picture. The evidence suggested that the gun didn't simply go off. Instead, it raised the possibility of intent, or, at the very least, reckless negligence. Jha'kari was charged with 2 counts of manslaughter, one for Maya and another for her unborn child. In his defense, he stuck to his original story, an accidental discharge. But the inconsistencies, the trajectory, the lack of physical evidence supporting his claims, and the chilling statements from Maya's children cast a long shadow of doubt over his version of events. As the trial approaches, the question of intent looms large. Was this truly a tragic accident, or was it the result of uncontrolled anger and jealousy? And perhaps most hauntingly, could Maya's death have been prevented if someone had noticed the warning signs earlier? Maya Johnson's story is more than a tragedy. It's a stark reminder of the dangers that can lurk beneath the surface of strained relationships. Her death and the loss of her unborn child leaves a void that will never be filled. For her two young sons, the trauma of that day will echo for a lifetime. Was her death the result of an impulsive accident or a deliberate act of violence? The truth may never be fully known, but one thing is certain: Maya's life was taken far too soon. Her story serves as a call to action for awareness, for justice, and for the countless victims of domestic violence whose stories remain untold. If this story moved you, share your thoughts and help raise awareness about domestic violence by subscribing to our channel. Let's shine a light on stories like Maya's, uncovering the truth and demanding justice for victims who can no longer speak for themselves.